Welcome, Climate Viewers. My name is Jim Lee from ClimateViewer News at ClimateViewer.com. It's October 26, 2017, and today is the start of something truly epic. I am overjoyed and excited to announce that I will be attending the 21st Conference on Planned and Inadvertent Weather Modification with your help. And I know that I've always got by with a little help from my friends. Started in 2015 with the EPA hearing. Asked for some money. You guys were there. You got me there. We did some epic work. I brought 4 of my friends with me, and the 5 of us were on C-SPAN giving the EPA hell about chemtrails, geoengineering, and cloud creation. Last year, I went to out in December. I went out to Arizona to Ed Griffin's Global Warming and Inconvenient Lie, and I gave a presentation out there on weaponizing weather, and I presented a solution, and that solution is called the Clarity Clause. We're going to go over that in this video as well. And now it's really time to take that solution to the people who are part of the problem. And the only place to do that is at this annual, semi-annual meeting. So time to put up or shut up. I'm going to go there and I'm going to interview some of these guys, and I plan on attending all of the conferences during the week. So what's going to happen is this conference is in Austin, Texas at the Austin Convention Center at the Hilton. And they're going to be talking about things like cloud seeding, geoengineering, modifying hail. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is going to talk about electrified water cloud seeding. An experiment in Texas just happened. I covered it in a previous video. You can see that on YouTube, Jim Lee Climate Viewer. Just look for that, Jim Lee Climate Viewer on YouTube. Please subscribe. All of this is going to be there. The people who actually modify the weather, veils pulled back. No more of this bull crap you get from every other place on the internet, on the YouTube, on the activism pretend world. We're going straight to the heart of the beast, of the belly of the lion, of all the way to the back end of it. Because at this conference, everybody who's there has a long history of modifying the weather. They are proud of what they do, and they will be bragging about it there. Tickets to this event are $640 a piece. This is not going to be a cheap venture. That's why most people are not allowed to get in on these kinds of conversations, because really most regular people like me cannot afford the price of admission. And that's why I have started a GoFundMe to get my butt out there, record the entire thing, and I hope you guys will help me do that. Now, I've actually broke down the reasons behind this. I've got my presentation from last year. I hope that you will all watch that, because what we're about to do is going to change things. That is my firm belief. You guys have been following me for 7 years. You know I don't bullshit, and I'm truly about changing not only the discussion online, but the dynamic we have with the people that modify the weather and the people underneath. So I really hope that you guys will look at the presentation I did last year. I go through the history of weather modification, weather warfare, and everything in between. I explain my solution, the Clarity Clause, which is summarized on the GoFundMe. It's basically 2 points: transparency and verification. What we all have in common is that we know people are modifying our weather. These guys that I'm about to go meet are the people who are behind the technologies that do it. I want to go there and talk to them and say, hey, we've had enough of this, one-sided discussion, this 100 years of modifying the weather with no public accountability. Most people, 98% of the people that I have talked to who have interacted with me on social media over the last 7 years don't want weather modification at all. would like to see it outright banned. I have been in that camp for a very long time. My problem is that after 7 years of doing this, I'm starting to see that if we don't start somewhere, we will get nowhere. And that's just the truth of the matter. Billions and billions of dollars spent on weather modification technology. And that is the truth of the matter. The thing about it is, and my wife and I, we talk about this a lot. No matter what we do on the surface, no matter what we do to even the corporations, if the military wants to modify the weather, they're going to do it no matter what. So us little people, the best thing we can do is know when they're doing it. If Russia and America are in a weather war, and I can guarantee you that they are, then, and China to boot, they are the weather superpowers of the world, Russia, China, and America. Russia has had a much lengthier history in modifying the ionosphere and using electromagnetic radiation for things like the sonic weapons going on in Cuba, but don't get me on a sidetrack. But regardless, these technologies are real. We have I personally have well documented them at weathermodificationhistory.com. If you're not familiar with my work, I really hope that you will check it out. Of course, most of my work is on weathermodificationhistory.com, where we go through the lengthy history of weather control technologies from 1800 to present. You can see, hundreds and hundreds of newspapers from the 1800s to present. I mean, this stuff is found nowhere else. I am contacted by scientific authors on the subject of geoengineering and weather modification because they are fascinated by the history at weathermodificationhistory.com. So we're reaching this point where the guys who are on the internet who are saying they bees about it, they're just really not able to keep up. And we've really gotten to the cradle of, where this all comes from. UCAR, NCAR, Boulder, Colorado, Weather Modification Conference, all of them going to be there. I already know most of the people who are going to be there by name. They will know me for certain when I get there. And that's pretty epic. I mean, it's pretty darn epic. And I'm extremely, you have guys, I am fascinated by this. You guys know that. You guys know how fascinated I am by weather modification. And of course, up on the screen right here is Dominic Marama's beautiful work of restoring old newspapers and articles. Sulfuric acid is a rainmaker. Click on it. It'll pop up. Let you read the whole article. Click the next button. Flip through it. How weather is used as a weapon. October 23rd, 1943. That's right, Jason. Thank you, sir. It's always nice to see someone call you a legend in the chat box, because in reality, man, there's nobody else who has done it like I have. I know that for a fact. I need your backing now. I mean, this is the truth of the matter. I'm from South Carolina, Sumter, South Carolina, and we're proud down here. I don't like asking for money, but the reality of the situation is I want to take this history, what I know, combine it with the ability to record a conversation with the people who are currently modifying the weather and get to the truth. Hey, we need some accountability here. I mean, the history's been going on for far too long. We are at a point where we all know way too much, and you really don't have a choice in the matter any longer. God, Dominic, you are the man, Bo. I love his work. Come to Weather Modification History, take a quick crash course on the real story of who's modifying your weather. Know that we cannot account for everything. We do not have secret government programs. They do exist. We know this to be fact. Uno momento while I wet my whistle. Yes, sir. Mad as hell news over there in the chat room. You can certainly post a link to ClimateViewer.com. ClimateViewer.org is also my map where you can track weather modification live and see most of these weather modification projects that I have mapped out over the last couple of years. It is right here. That is also on weather modification history. Just click this. It'll load up the map. I'll do that in the background real quick because we're on the internet. So maybe it'll take a second. I don't know. I got my VPN running and my mouse running even faster. But that was pretty quick. So these are weather modification activity worldwide. Click on any of the markers. Let you read all about ISPA, inhibition of snowfall by pollution aerosols. These are like UCAR, Earth System Research Lab projects. Company operated seeding operations and atmospheric research by justclouds.com. Operational weather project, 1.5 million acres of rain enhancement over Texas. And this is the kind of stuff you're not going to find anywhere else on the internet. ClimateViewer.org. So I want you guys to really donate to this project, because not only that, when we get there, we're going to record it all. And I got a buddy coming with me. Emmy award-winning videographer Jerry Day is coming with me. So I got a friend. He's got an Emmy, has a camera, and will travel. If you guys support me on this trip, we are going to get some amazing footage. I'm sure that once my tickets are purchased and all the plans are finalized, a couple of my friends are going to come, hopefully. Hint, hint, Max Bliss. Hint, hint, Alana Freeland. Hint, hint. I'm going to have to call some people. But maybe some friends will show up too. But regardless, man, I need you. I really need your help this time. Now, we really delivered out there at the EPA hearing. I really feel like I nailed a home run with my presentation. First time I ever walked on a stage. It was pretty intimidating. Everybody in the room had apparently paid like $350 a ticket, and everybody on the stage had a PhD but me. And they're like, all right, you're going to stand up there with a PowerPoint and click away. Whoa, overwhelming. Knocked it out of the park. This is a situation where I want to go in and be less intimidating, more accommodating, and ask some questions on behalf of people who are not going to be able to attend. I pretty much know where what the gist of the public perception is of these people. They know it as well. Pretty much every time I talk to any one of these geoengineering scientists like Ken called there in emails, they are of the mindset that everybody wants to kill them because they suck. And I'm going, look, man, I feel like, this is an inevitability. I hate weather modification. I'd like to see it all banned. You and I both know that. But pragmatically, how do we even get to there? I think that if we get some accountability, some transparency, maybe one day enough people will say enough. We really don't want this. Geoengineering, weather modification will come a thing of the past. Alternatively, maybe if they're completely honest about everything they're doing, less people will die and more people will be less willing to say mean things about these people. I don't know. I'm not going to judge there. What I do see is that we have a situation where there really isn't any more conversation. Everybody sees it in politics. Happens all the time. Line up on your side of the aisle and, just cross your arms, stomp your foot, grab your ball and go home. But that means that we really don't have any progress either. And I think that a lot of people in the truther air quote movement like that, because in that, stale environment, nothing happens. Boy, I really got some boring stuff up on the screen here. Anyway, tickets, hotel, flight, food, and research, marketing, all that for the next 2 months. I'm willing to devote the next 2 months of my life to raising awareness about this event, making sure that I know the background history on each of the presenters so that when I get there, I'm like, hey, yeah, I know all about you. And doing everything I can to prepare for this so that when we do get there, no opportunity is lost. So I think that a lot of people after this event will have a brand new perspective and see that, we're not so crazy and what we want is less crazy. What we want to donate, please go to GoFundMe.com. weather-control-conference-2018. Jesus H. Christ, that's long, but there will be a link on ClimateViewer.com. There is a link in the details of this video. I'm going to paste it into chat room real quick. If you Oh my God, are we still live? Now that has never happened.
Is that a VPN?
I'm going to assume that was my VPN. And maybe, can you guys in chat, am I back live or is this thing just dead? I'm going to assume we're live. Nice. All right. Well, they didn't kill my internets yet. Thank you, ExpressVPN. Shout out. Anyway, so this Weather Mod conference is going to be January 9th, 10th, and 11th are the main days that I'd like to attend. It's at the Hilton Austin Convention Center. Usually with these kinds of things, it's going to be better if I stay in the same hotel, but maybe we can get a place nearby. I don't know. I put the GoFundMe at 10,000 because I want to be on the high end. I don't want to get there and have surprises. There's going to be a lot of work. I'm planning on putting at least 20, maybe 30 hours a week in until then, so that I'm well prepared and, basically engaging with people online, obviously, because asking for $10,000 is a lofty goal, but it's necessary. It's going to really change the dynamic here. I'm a unique individual who's armed with the information. I've done the homework, the research, and when I get there, I'm going to ask the questions that need to be asked. Oh, yeah, and my wife is reminding me. God bless Kelly. I called the American Meteorological Society earlier, and I talked to somebody about going as a participant or as an attendee, let's air quote that, or as a press individual. And basically she said, man, you're right in the middle. You could go either way because, I do have press credentials. I have a news LLC. That's why I bought the damn thing. So anyway, she said basically, yeah, we actually need press for the event. So, isn't it ironic that everybody in the world is looking under every rock and pillow for, some evil weather control guy? And I call up the AMS for the Weather Mod conference and asking about how I actually get my butt there. And she's like, yeah, we really could use some press. That's comedy. So hopefully there'll be some funny moments too. I don't want to go out there and be like, we're all coming to get you with tar and feathers. I want to go up there and say, look, it's really time for a frank discussion. We know everything about what you're doing and we really need a solution. So if you guys believe in me, I know you do, because you've had my back every time I've ever asked in the past. I don't ask often because I only ask when it matters. This time it very much matters. I want to go there, deliver our message, talk about an actual solution. And if you guys will back me up, we're going to change the world. I honestly believe this. Once again, I'm going to put it up on the screen. I want you guys to know exactly what I'm doing and why. This thing is called the Clarity Clause. It's based on something called NMOD. In 1978, weather warfare was banned. It was passed by the United Nations, and the law was passed banning weather warfare because the United States Air Force was doing Operation Popeye, which was cloud seeding over Vietnam, specifically Laos. And Jack Anderson, a reporter, famous hero reporter Jack Anderson, saw a note on Lyndon B. Johnson's desk, and that note said that they needed to continue Operation Popeye over Laos with weather modification. He was nosy. Senator Claiborne Pell was nosier. He had 3 hearings, 2 of which are on ClimateViewer.com. The third is still classified to this day. And after those 3 congressional hearings, they went to the UN, and the UN signed a law banning weather warfare in 1978. The problem is today, the CIA asked Alan Robach in 2015, if Russia was geoengineering the United States skies, would we know? The problem is we would not. And at the last weather modification conference in 2015, Diane Seidel from NOAA said, we cannot detect rogue geoengineering. This is the next conference. I'm going to go there, remind them about the last conference, and say, we're still here waiting for our solution. By the way, Alan Robach will be at this event. So I'm going to talk to Alan Robach specifically about his call with the CIA. I hope to have that on video. That will only be possible with your help. My God, this is going to be exciting. For you guys who want to try to get in on this, single day tickets, I think, are like $220 something. Here, I've got it right here. Let me bring it up here. So you have to, I had to actually register for the American Meteorological Society. You can see I have a little account number up there, Jesus Christ. And then it says select full week registration. And right about here, it says $640. So that's for the whole week. And then down here, it's like $290 for a single day. And then, you know, they're like, hey, which one do you want to go to? I'm like, I want to go to the 21st conference on planet invert weather modification. Hey, what's the secondary preferred conference? I'm going to go to the 10th symposium on aerosol cloud climate interactions. Y'all know your boy. Y'all know your boy. So anyway, that's going to be fascinating. You can see that it is an expensive little package. I got to buy 2 tickets, one for me, one for Jerry, flight, room, board, all that stuff. And here is the event. And we'll just kind of browse through this real quick. And then I'm going to probably wrap this video up because, good Lord, I could run my mouth all night. And I will when I go to this event. So please hit up to GoFundMe. We're going to need your help for certain. All right, so Roy Rasmussen emailed him. He told me to call AMS, and they told me how to get in this bad boy. So it goes like this. Core Science Talk, reviewing the state of art in cloud seeding. Boom. Location here. This guy talking, Roy talking about it. NCAR is the Boulder, Colorado university that does a lot of this stuff. You'll see real quick. Wintertime glaciogenic orographic cloud seeding. That I'm going to translate that into regular people speak. Cloud seeding over mountains in the winter. Damn. Glaciogenic orographic. You got to love that, right? And then they go on, overview of the Snowy Field campaign. Shout out to Patrick Roddy. He was at that snowy presentation. They're going to actually present it here too, NCAR, Boulder, Colorado. And the list goes on. Just interview, 11:45, 11:30, 11:15, each one of these. Microphysical evolution of seeding wintertime orographic clouds. You get the idea. Later on, in the later days, they get into geoengineering. Primary results from the measurement of nature ice nuclear particles at the 2017 spring in Beijing, China. What? Yunfei Che, Key Laboratory for Cloud Physics, Chinese Academy of Meteorological Science, Beijing, China. Now, you guys know I don't have anything mapped about the Chinese. Fascinating opportunity here. So, I mean, they've got guys from all over the world coming here. The impacts of silver iodide emission, activation, and scavenging rate from ground-based generators on cloud precipitation in the Payet region. And it's another Chinese dude who works for NCAR. This is fascinating stuff. Belly the beast. I'm going to go and I'm going to do things like listen to Geoengineering Beyond Sulfur Dioxide. And I'm going to translate that into regular English for you. Alan Robach, right here. He's going to be there, 8:45 a.m., Stratospheric Sulfur Geoengineering Benefits and Risks. David L. Mitchell. And this one is going to be the event of the whole week. I can barely wait to have it. On the feasibility of cirrus cloud thinning, a surprising coincidence. Now, if you guys have seen my last video, cirrus clouds matter, look it up, hashtag cirrus clouds matter, and then know about this: cirrus susceptibility to changes in ice nuclei, physical processes, model uncertainty, and measurement needs. Both of these are about chemtrails, guys. They're about cirrus clouds. So these are two scientists, one from NASA, one from DRI, which is Desert Research Institute in Reno, Nevada. These guys are going to be talking about chemtrails at a weather mod conference. Oh, by the way, they call that inadvertent weather modification. Climate engineering and inadvertent weather modification. It's in that section. Building confidence and reducing risks with strategic geoengineering with Richter and Ben Kravitz. Anyway, I know all these guys are going to be interesting. I hope that you guys will, support me getting there. Unlimited potential for me to learn about this material, engage with the people who do it, come back and have unlimited time to report individually what happened there and translate it, for us. This is a great one. William R. Cotton, very famous weather modifier from back in the day. He actually worked on Project Storm Fury and a whole bunch of stuff like that. Is there a potential for precipitation enhancement by inducing cumulus invigoration by seeding with pollution-sized hygroscopic aerosol? Damn. Whoa. Optimization of aerosol seeding and rain enhancement strategies. Oasis. I cannot wait to eat this shit up. And I want to, the presentations themselves will be recorded. In fact, I want you guys to see this. In fact, I want you guys to go to climateviewer.com/geoengineering. Looks like this. Go to climateviewer.com, click on geoengineering at the top of the page right here. And then come on this page. And I'll show you where it is. I'm going to scroll down here and I'm going to go past the fusion table where the sponsors are. And why are my pictures not loading? There they are. Lazy load for the loss. Right about there. Here it is. So you're going to see a section that says who's controlling your weather. It's got the reports for who actually reported to NOAA, because in the United States you have to report your weather modification to NOAA. These are 2004 through 2012 reports, and as far as the World Meteorological Organization goes, it's 2003 through 2006. That's it. But down here are the conferences. The 2018 one is the one I want to attend. Here's the last one, 2015. If you go to it, it looks like this. And as you can see, it's the same thing that you just saw, except now they say recorded presentation, audio file, recorded presentation. So after this event is done, this is what that same page will look like. It will say anthropogenic snow, a case for industrial plant-induced snowfall. Shout out to Weather War 101. He's talking about your shit right there. Anthropogenic snow, a case for industrial plant-induced snowfall in the Texas Panhandle. That means snow coming out of smokestacks from water vapor from plants. So I can't wait to read through all these abstracts from the new one. I will be prepared to, and you'll see in these recordings that when they do these presentations at these weather modification conferences, that they have a question and answer session at the end of each one. Expect that I'm the guy who in class who always had his freaking hand up. So I will be doing that for certain, because I'm really into this stuff. It's very fascinating. But anyway, that's what it's going to look like afterwards. Right now, it's just got here, you can click on it and you can read, their abstracts, and it'll, basically give you an overview of what they're going to talk about. So you guys can go ahead and do that now. Links in the details. I will be posting an article with links to all this on climateviewer.com. The GoFundMe will be linked on there as well. Please share it around. I'm overwhelmed already at even asking. But I know that when I get there, this is going to be A, the time of my life, B, very informational for everybody, and C, nobody else can do this. In fact, nobody else is even trying. So with your support and a little help from my friends, I'm going to go to the Texas conference and ask a bunch of hard questions. I'm going to talk about the clarity clause. I will be taking an Emmy award-winning videographer with me, Jerry Day. And I hope that you guys will support me, man. Yes, I have a cameraman, and he has an Emmy. And on his YouTube channel, if you go on YouTube, Jerry Day has a couple videos with 3 million views. So not only that, he can put a video together. So I think the two of us can handle this. I've got all the information packed in my Brainiac. I don't even have to pack it. And he's got cameras and has done this before. I don't need a security guard, bro. I am a security guard. I'm sorry, I'm reacting to the chat. So, yeah, yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't need a security guard. I've been in 110 fights. I've lost one. Oh, that gets a slap. I should shut up. I will shut up now. But yeah, dude, it's in the freaking Hilton. It's a bunch of nerds. I'm a nerd. We're all going to nerd out. I think the worst that could happen is a big slap fight and, maybe a tossed coffee. So I think we'll be okay. I'm a big boy. I'm, just going to go there and have a conversation. But man, this is exciting for me. I know it's going to be exciting for a lot of people. Please share it around. Don't share it to your regular people. There's so many people that, just get in this funk. See if we can really get some attention, A, on the event, B, obviously on me, because I need your help right now to get there. But when this thing is said and done, this will be history. I promise you. Yeah. My wife is correct. You're really going to get tired of me in the next 2 months because I need this. We need to do it. And I need your help. So I will be complaining until we get the money. I will be jumping up and down when I get there. And I will be telling you all about it afterwards. And we're going to have some pretty epic footage. I'm sorry. I don't want to. All right. That's enough of that. Please support my project here. Tell everybody about this Weather Mod conference. Get them to go ahead and start reading some of these program abstracts, because a lot of people don't even believe this is real. We're going to make it real this year. And I hope that you guys will, support me on that. The GoFundMe is at gofundme.com/weather-control-conference-2018. Wow, that's a long URL, but I really hope that you guys will make this a reality, because unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing's going to get better. It's not. Let's get there, guys.